come honor the people that have gave their all for freedom.
Decades after the last American troops left Vietnam, a veteran shares his story tonight at the Wall That Heals.
Hot and dry weather expected for the holiday weekend, and I'm tracking another heat wave for next week that could see parts of the inland Northwest breaking high temperature records.
And the Cougs and the Vandals face off in the Battle of the Palouse tomorrow night. Tonight, a look back at the chapters and their neighborly dispute.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report tonight. I'm Cody Proctor. Well, tonight, decades after his service, a Vietnam War veteran shares his story at a memorial honoring the ones who didn't make it home. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy tells us more tonight about the Wall That Heals.
The Wall That Heals is a traveling memorial dedicated to tens of thousands of men and women who lost their lives in the Vietnam War. And tonight, that memorial is on full display here at the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex, honoring those lives lost and hoping to raise awareness of the hardships many survivors face when they return home from service. The sun sets over a somber night at Spokane's Dwight Merkel Sports Complex, looking out at the Wall That Heals. For Vietnam War veteran Patrick Payne, the wall's not just a symbol for lost veterans, it's also a symbol of hope for those still with us and their families.
I really hope that the people here and your viewers take away that the Vietnam veterans that are on the wall, how much they sacrificed.
Payne served for a year before returning home. Years later, he found out he brought something back with him.
When you come home, you don't realize it a lot of times till you're older, my age, that you've been wounded.
Doctors diagnosed him with stage 4 cancer from exposure to Agent Orange while fighting overseas. It inspired him to share his story at the Agent Orange Awareness Ceremony. The ceremony is one of a series of events honoring veterans throughout the week. All 58,281 men and women's names on the wall will remain for community members to pay tribute to throughout the weekend. Payne says he's proud to take part in the ongoing ceremony and share his story.
I'm 78 years old, and I'm very grateful to have lived that long. And there are people that are just now finding out that they carried home a bullet, a wound that they didn't know they had, and that's Agent Orange.
The ceremony included a wreath laying, a bell ringing, and the wall lighting up orange after sunset. Payne says he's thankful to tell his story while fighting his battle with cancer. Now he hopes people stop by to pay tribute to the ones who never got the chance to share their story.
Come see the wall. Come honor the people that have gave their all for freedom.
The closing ceremony for the wall is set to start on Sunday. From there, the wall will be packed up and moved to Ellensburg for its next event. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. Well, moving on now, if you thought the break in our temperatures would stick around, think again. We've got meteorologist Michelle Bosch joining us now in the Outdoor Weather Center tonight with more on this next upcoming heat wave.
That's right. It has been an unusual summer. We didn't see any extreme temperatures or any major heat waves early in the season, but we're just coming off one from last week where we saw 4 days in the 90s, and this next one on the way starting around Labor Day. It looks like it can be even hotter and last even longer. We may even be breaking some records. It's comfortably cool out here right now, though. 75 in Spokane. It was much cooler in Sandpoint today. They did have some hefty thunderstorms that moved through. They're in the lower 60s right now. Coeur d'Alene 69 as well as St. Mary's. Comfortable 66 in Pullman. It's still pretty warm for this time of night out in Omak, Grand Coulee, and Moses Lake that are still in the 80s. Taking a look at satellite and radar right now, still a few straggler storms up to the north and northeastern Washington. Most of the lightning looks like it's starting to die down, and these thunderstorms will continue to weaken as the night progresses. We're looking at clear skies here in Spokane. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow morning, bottoming out in the lower 60s early tomorrow morning, and then warming up each day as we head into Labor Day. 91 tomorrow, 96 on Sunday, and Labor Day Monday looks very hot with highs in the upper 90s.
Michelle, thanks so much. Well, time right now for your Night Beat for a quick look at today's top stories as the search for Travis Decker continues. Just hours ago, we learned searchers found bones, plastic bags, zip ties, and a woman's earring. The FBI says it's still unclear the bones are human. More than 100 members of law enforcement, including from the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, spent 2 days searching near Rock Island Campground. The search covered nearly 250 acres of terrain, expanding beyond the quarter-mile radius where Decker was last seen. The recovered items don't match evidence from the initial crime scene, but investigators want to be sure. This is the third major search since Decker went missing in late May. Border Patrol arrested 2 firefighters on Wednesday while they were fighting the Bear Gulch fire. The agency says a routine ID check found both men were in the country illegally, one of whom had a previous removal order. CBP confirmed the men are being held at a facility in Bellingham. Meanwhile, the Border Patrol responded to Spokane City Council's approval of the Safe and Welcome ordinance. That ordinance would make it illegal for federal immigration agents to enter some community events without a warrant. The ordinance still needs approval from the mayor. KREM 2 reached out to Customs and Border Protection to ask if there would be changes based on the ordinance. In response, they wrote the Spokane sector Border Patrol takes the new Safe and Welcome in Spokane City ordinance at face value and assesses that it has no impact to our border security operations. That is it for your Nightbeat tonight. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, KREM.com. And coming up after the break tonight, it's a fight for pride as the Cougs and the Vandals get ready to face off on the gridiron tomorrow night. In 90 seconds, we're taking a look back at their storied rivalry. And if you don't plan to be out in the football stands, there is plenty of other weekend options for a little fun for you. KREM 2 News returns in a moment.